Hey guys, happy Monday. I was reminded last weekend about my lack of talking about all the things that don't make sense medically and how many times things pop up. Whether it's a kid who has had multiple ear infections and that gut instinct, you're like, oh, I don't know. There's got to be a different way, or is it that, or recurring fevers, or stomach pain, stomach cramps, or anxiety, or whatever these things are. And I say when your baby is sick or hurting, I mean, it doesn't matter what age our kids are, they're always kind of our babies. And so number one, are you seeing it through the medical lens, or are you seeing it through your mama's intuition? And when these times are stressful and they're uncertain and they're rocky and you're not sure foundationally where you stand on anything anymore, this is when it's so important to not forget that you have intuition, you have a mama sense, you have that feeling that nobody can take away from you. And when we have that feeling, we start making decisions based on where that feeling leads us. So if you leave the clinic for the 5th time in 1 week and you're like, I think there's got to be something else. That's that gut instinct. When you're laying in bed with your kiddo and they are in chronic pain, or they have a migraine, and that little voice says there's something else out there. That's my first thing, is when we are in times of stress, the intuition, the quiet voice, the whisper, the nudge, the poke are the things that we don't hear anymore. And it can be for us, it can be for our kids, it can be in our job, it can be in our marriage, it's everywhere. That intuition is what guides us to the best decision at that moment. And so I say that first because I feel like, especially now, there's definitely a really strong stigma of what things are and what things aren't. Whose side are you on? And when it comes to our kids and when it comes to health, the most important thing is that your intuition, your brain, your body, your heart, your gut is aligned to make those decisions for your family. And so when things don't make sense, I was having a conversation with a friend a few weeks ago about their kid. And we were talking about the things that were normal. So it was stomach pains, it was allergies, and now like food sensitivity and behavioral things and temper tantrums. And I said, well, it just doesn't sound like he is comfortable. It doesn't sound like he is living in ease. And she's like, oh my gosh, ease. Yeah. So no matter what the diagnosis, no matter what the problem, no matter what the treatment at that moment is, the key is your child in ease? And if he or she isn't, that's when I'm always suggesting to look for something to build more connection in the body, to build more ease, to build more health, to build more communication between the brain and the body. And people are like, Tiff, you always just talk about communication between the brain and the body. What does that mean? That's the essence for healing. It's the essence for life. So when a kid is sick often, when antibiotics are given often, when there's a fever often, when there's infections often, that's a sign that something is not working right. It's not in ease. And every adjustment creates more ease in the brain, therefore in the rest of the body, because that's the master system. Will it hurt to get my kid adjusted? He or she is scared. It's not scary. It doesn't hurt. No, many times it's just my finger. Otherwise, it's a little clicker that goes over my finger. So if we can focus on our intuition to lead the way when something doesn't feel right, to understand, you don't have to understand chiropractic, but I want you to understand what the adjustment does is creates more ease. That could be in the immune system, that could be in the mental system, that could be in the emotional system, that could be in the digestive system, the respiratory system, the reproductive, the cardiovascular, the muscular. You get my drift. It's all of it. It's not one thing. It's not a joint. It's not about muscle pain. It's not about cranking someone's head. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with whatever technique is used. I want that baby to feel ease. And the first thing that happens when they feel ease is they calm down. They sleep better. They might take a nap. They might not bang their head against the wall. That they might not be totally wired. That's ease. Ease is when kids can poop. Ease is when kids can be in germs without getting sick. Ease is when they can handle mental emotional stress without having a panic attack. So when these things are happening, that as a mama bear is your sign that something is off. Something is not working right. There's a stressor. There's something that has come into their system from birth till now that is not right. That doesn't mean that the body is failing us and the body is not brilliant. It's totally brilliant and it's protecting us. A fever protects us. All of it to some degree is going to protect our body from going into a more stressed, traumatic state. So I urge you to use your gut sense. And in these times, you have to be very intentional about your gut sense. Do whatever you need to stay grounded as a mom, to find more joy, to take care of yourself better so that you can start to see dis-ease in your body and in your baby's body. And when you start to see that, ring-a-ding-ding, chiropractic should be your first word. And I apologize that this is not the message that's out there, because no wonder why people are like, why would my kid go to a chiropractor? It doesn't have any neck pain or back pain or didn't fall. Yeah, because we think of athletes and people in pain who go to a chiropractor. So spread the word. Let's help all mamas and parents because it's a tough enough time out there. There are a ton of sick kiddos everywhere. And sick could be invisible. It could be visible. It could be the panic attack. I can't poop. My stomach hurts. My legs hurt. I'm in pain. Or it could be visible and you might be able to see it. But the majority of times with kids, it's invisible and they're hurting. It's our job to know what to do when they need us. Love you guys. Please share this. Please share this. It hurts my heart a lot when I see that people are not getting answers. And I can't always explain chiropractic because I swear to God, it's like a miracle every time and it's magic. But I've seen it now just about every day for 15 years and it's real. And it totally transforms the body and saves families totally. Because when you have one sick kiddo, it will impact your family forever. So if this isn't you, please forward to whoever needs to hear this. If it's a great reminder, that's what I'm hoping for. If it's like, oh my gosh, you're a blessing, this is exactly what I need. This is why I went on today. I had a very strong urge that there's a lot of people struggling, and that conversation with my friend a few weeks ago just popped up last night before I went to bed. So I hope this is helpful. Keep spreading light, keep spreading love for yourself, and my gosh, once your kids see it, things are going to